What's good, everybody? Shaq with Sergio's Collection here. It is day 12 of our Speedrun challenge. It is July 22nd. It is Wednesday, ending the day now. So today was a pretty heavy work day I had, but first in the morning, we got our cooler installed. So I came to the shop to let them in, get the cooler, everything set up. So we're good there and went to work, got off. And then today was a heavy planning day and a heavy laptop day. Not as much in the shop. I actually didn't come back to the shop till later because Amazon had apparently delivered something here and didn't notify me. So had to run to the shop and come open the door and grab it. We got some tables, not the full amount. There was like a smaller order we placed. So those tables are inside now. We'll work on sending them later this week. Spent a lot of time reviewing all applicants. Created our job rec and then posted on Indeed and some other places, and just been working through that. Spending a lot of time today looking at applicants. Had a decent pool of applicants that made it from kind of the application to the screening. So how we're going to do it is two interviews. So we'll do a phone screen, quick 15-minute, just chat with me, just to kind of get a feel for them and see if it's a good fit. And then from there, we'll probably invite 25% of them or 30% of them, depending on the just the caliber of the client, the candidates. Um, Invite them to the store just for in-person final interview. But still trying to figure all that out and timing on that, and when to hold those first round interviews, and with just the workday and then coming here afterwards. So a lot of coordination there. Um, Schedule some meetings for next week that I have, and then yeah. So that was today. Moving on, we'll talk now about the learning for the day, and it's really around staffing and hiring. I think a lot of owners, just business owners, have different perspectives on this. Of course, there's perspective of, hey, I'm the business owner, I need to be doing everything, all the way to, hey, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to show up and have a team in place. And so, probably somewhere in the middle, not more in the middle, not because I don't want to do anything or show up. I think for me, it's more about how do I make sure that um, every second of the day is not accounted for, right? So if I'm working in the store at the register every second of the day, and people are coming in purchase stuff, how can I get a lot of the other business stuff that needs to get done, checking emails and things like that? And I'm just in a unique case in the sense of I have a day job, so I can't really do a lot of stuff during the workday. So, but if you're an owner who's open from 11 to 10 or something at night, I mean, you can do as much as you want and you can do everything yourself because hey, you have that time. But for me, our time is limited in the morning, and then in the evening, that's kind of when we're running the shop. So in order for me to be able to work on a lot of the stuff I need to work on for the business, I need someone running the checkout counters. So for us right now, what I'm just trying to figure out is, hey, how many staff to hire? Right now we have two people identified, and probably having a third one. And it's really just because the shifts are different shifts every day, and people have different lives, and these are all part-time jobs. And so we want to make sure we have coverage every day. We want to have at least two people in the shop. Sometimes it's going to be me and another person, sometimes that's maybe two people and then me. And then I also want to have the flexibility if I need to run out for 30 minutes or an hour, making sure the store is coverage. And so I think that's just kind of my preference. So yes, it does cost money, of course, to hire and train and do all that. But I think it's just part of doing business, right? And my goal is not to just build a card shop and just let it stay stagnant. But my goal is to grow and to eventually, make this the full-time thing for me and for our employees as well. So that's kind of our plan. So still deciding on what that looks like. We're only open, I think, 28 hours a week total. We'll quickly move that up. Right now, I think it's going to be 4 to 9, Monday or Tuesday through Friday, and then Saturday 1 to 9. So we'll probably extend that to 10 at some point, and then eventually we'll move that start time up. And so just want to make sure that we don't overpromise and then underdeliver. So really want to get in and do a really good job for those 28 hours. And then over time, it will grow. So for our staff that we hire, there's going to be room to grow and an opportunity to take on more hours as well as more responsibility as we grow. So I think that's going to be best for us. I look at some of the larger stores and see their setup, and very very few stores is the manager or the owner doing kind of the day-to-day tasks. I think at some point you need to build a team out. And so for me, hey, we've been running this business for a while. I've done the whole delegation before. Okay, I'll be working in the checkout some shifts, but then also some shifts I'll be focused on doing trade-ins. Some push-ups I'll be focusing on, hey, I need to go place our next order, paying bills, or just different things that need to be done. And so just wanting to make sure that we have covered. So at least we're gonna hire at least two people, maybe three, depending on. Sometimes people, this is like their second job. Sometimes yeah, they know they could get 10 hours here. So then it makes it a little harder to schedule. So then you need more people. Ideally, we don't hire, 4 or 5 people and then have them 1 or 2 shifts a week. Ideally, we have a core group of people that work most of the week and, work together in that. So that's kind of where we're at in terms of hiring. For tomorrow, we're going to have chairs delivered and a couple other things delivered tomorrow. We'll put those together, probably just put everything together this weekend, but those are going to deliver tomorrow. Tomorrow is another big kind of work day from home. Most likely, I'm going to build a website tomorrow, the new website, moving off of Shopify into Shadow's website builder. So we'll see how that goes. Going to learn a lot about that tomorrow, and then continue with vetting candidates. And we have a couple of deliveries on Friday, so just getting ready for those, and then working also on just getting some little bit more help for our fixtures, installs, and stuff like that. So that way, it doesn't take me 2-3 days to do everything myself, but we'll get a team in place. So looking at quotes and stuff there. For the most part, pretty much almost everything is purchased for the store. We have a few more things, but for the most part, I kind of know what that final total number is going to be of cost for the store. And now the next step is really just we need to put everything together, the tables, the chairs, everything from there. So tomorrow is another kind of waiting day, obviously another work day for me. So really it's going to be just 5 to whatever time, working in the store and working on the business. And then also got to finalize my distributor order for my kind of first distro that I'm using. So pretty much added everything I could add. Now I just need to add all the seal product and stuff. Now I'm gonna go for supplies. So supplies is the next. So of course, sleeves, top loaders, deck boxes, dice, binders, just everything. So working on that tomorrow to get that completed. But it should be a fairly easy day unless something crazy happens. And then gearing up for a pretty busy weekend. So, but it's gonna be fun. But that's all I got, y'all. Peace.